I'm so happy that you're here today. I have done the September 11th entry was yesterday, and I did that. I lost my little circle that I had, but I have my 12, and that's what I'm going to do today. I just want to share what I completed yesterday. And this is a piece of corrugated cardboard that I tea stained. I just ripped off the top layer, and I tucked it under here, under this page, which is my master board print that I had made. And then I took off the bird. It was in some hands, and I didn't want the hands there, so I just cut that off and put it on top of a piece of stained fabric. This is a little twisted tangle that I made. This is inspired by Twisted Paper Studio from Donna, and I did some journaling on there already. And I used a safety pin that I just made a little bit bulbish and inked up with some Sharpie. And that's this page. And then on over here, I had made this envelope. And this envelope is, I embossed it with my an embossing folder. And then I went over it with some inking and to bring out the embossing. And then I also just folded the top over. I added a rose from over here, from this page, to put on top, glued it down, added a sticker flower that I had also, and I made this card with some leftover of all these scraps and just collaged on it, stamped on it, and again used some of my scraps, and I sewed around it, and this is my tag for in here, September the 12th. Now over here, this is also my master board, and this bits and pieces of scraps and stamped on pages. And I'm going to use this page today from Creating with Jovi, and this is Cottage Core. I'll link all the information below. I did all the tearing. I'm going to use the house on this side, and then I want to do the edge here. I'm going to do some blue on it, and I think I'll use my broken china for that. I think it's the same color, but maybe oh yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. To get my hands all inky. It's not the right color. Let's go and do something a little different. Doesn't really matter though. Just using my Crayola crayon called Blue. I'm going to see if I can use some of this, and I'm just using some packaging as a palette. Need a sponge, or let's get bold. Let's see up here. I'm just playing. It's going to be wet, so that means it's the same color. That's okay, I don't mind that. It's the same color, but it's not trying to match it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just... because the paper has yellowed, so it seems that it's mixing that. Oh. Okay, well, that's just a mess. Okay, that's fine. We will fix that up. Not a problem. I'll have to let that dry. Bled through to the other side, which I don't mind. All an experiment. Well, what I've come up with is I've fussy cut the house, and this is what was left of it. So what I'm going to do here on this side, I'm just going to use the paper that was left, and I will just do a little patchwork, little collage up here, and then it looks more intentional. I think. I mean, it's a completely different blue, but that is fine. I'm definitely not trying to hide that. And then I do have another piece of scrap paper that has some of the branches on it, and I'm going to put those over here. Again, it'll just give it a collage look. And so here I have this picture. It kind of tells a story. She's longing for home. She's happy she's home. Don't really know. It looks like she's looking up. This house, this is really cool. I cut this out, and I looked down onto my page over this way, and I like the way this is here, that there's no sky. That's fine. This part, a part of the magazine that I used as the spine, a reinforcement, has a fence and some tree, like a yard, and I think the side yard, and I love that. I think that's very appropriate. I'll do that. Information, I like that also. I can put the date. It says the date right here. It's great. I like that. And then I have the number 12, which I might make this into a balloon. Actually, this looks like a balloon here with the heart. That was not intentional. I might even put the 12 up there. And she's looking up, and maybe I'll put some birds up here. I think I glued it down, and that's what it looks like. I think I will use the 12 in the heart, but I'm going to try and make this into a heart, the 12. 12. That's where it's going. And before I do that, I might put something behind it, something a little prettier. I took a very small scrap of lace. Well, hello. I just did some stamping with a tiny butterfly stamp that I have, and it just took off this way. I started with a few, and then I thought, well, I'm just going to make the butterflies sort of collect and go off the page. It's hard to see on this side, I think. But I just put them over here and sort of made them go over to off the page. Some pink ones and black ones. And then I also have another stamp, and it's "The time is now." And I thought, you know, the time is now. They're migrating. The time is now for everything. Do what you've planned. Do your adventures. Just, there is no time like the present. Maybe up here. Then it pops off the blue, the yellow, and it won't blend in with the fence. That's fun. The other thing I want to do on this spread is, I can journal anywhere that there's blank spaces, but I think what I'll do is, because I don't want to add any pockets or any flips or anything, I just like the texture that's on here with the lace and the pages that are already here. And I think what I'll do is I'll use this scrap. This came from the cardboard from the other day. from the 11th. And I'm going to make this into a long flip envelope. We'll see if maybe I have to fold it differently. I will start with my little envelope peak. Give it a bit of a glue here at on the flap. That I think I'll use that. I'll just keep it coordinating. And this is going to have to be folded a few times because I want my little flap. Let's see. Like that. Shows the staining on there. I like that. I can use this on the front. I decided to use this corner for my envelope. It's the mailbox. Using it up. Well, I have made another letter. I'm just going to edge it up here. And I might make a couple more. I'm just using I'll show you my little, my growing pile of itty bitty scraps. But it's fun to sort of just dig in here and take out a few. I'm going to just do a rough tear to make another envelope. They're just very rough. Very rough. I think what I'll do is I'll probably just attach them all together to make a little bit of a cluster and just sort of go up. So there's 3, maybe another one, just a tiny one, a real tiny one, using another little piece of, tiny piece of scrap that is a nice color. And I think I have one right here. This is going to be a very small one. Maybe too small. Oh, that's fine like that. And what I did here is I used the half of a punched out piece of packaging that was pink, and I just put a butterfly on it, cut it in half, and now this is my little closure for my secret letter. There, like that. And then this one here, Well, I don't have anything to close this one, so I don't know if I'll need it open. I think I'll just make it a cluster. I'll just leave it closed. So there's texture on here now where there wasn't before. There's lots of texture over here. There's one more thing I want to add, and it's going to be a bird. I don't have a picture of a bird right now, but I do have this wallpaper border, and I'm going to use this bird, this hummingbird, because it's all about migration. It's a large bird, but look at the colors. It's large, but I'm going to use it. I thought I had I do not have a stamp of a bird. I have a lot of butterfly stamps, but I don't have anything with birds. And I don't have anything ready that are bird cutouts. So this is the one that popped out to me. I might have seen one hummingbird yesterday at the feeder, and they're starting to head south because it's just getting a bit too chilly here. And they're getting ahead of the weather. They know. The pretty songbirds are not, they're not here right now. I think this flower is going to have to be cut away. Can I uncurl it, unfurl it? I just have to place this bird. Going up with the butterflies. This envelope was inspired by Lillian Guerrero, and I will link the video that inspired me over here. And then that fits in there, and that was really fun and easy to make. Really great way to use these envelopes. I mean, there's so many different ways. I will do this one again. Cottage Core kit, and I used one of the pages. I just took it apart. I did a little bit of inking around that was a different color, but I think it works. Added some butterflies. It's about the migration. That's what this page reminds me of. This little lady is looking up at the butterflies. And then I added this bird because he's leaving too. A nice hummingbird. I put in some little cluster of envelopes. These are inspired by Lori over at Girl on the Ridge. And then I made this one as a journaling spot. It goes all the way down here. So I just folded that up and tucked it in underneath this little piece of paper just to hold it down. And that's the 11th and 12th entry on the September journal. Thank you very much, everyone. Hi, everyone. It's Caroline. It's Wednesday, September 13th, and I am doing a draw for the Traveler's Folio. And I really appreciate everyone who entered and wanted to try and win this. So I'm going to press the Pick a Winner button. I have the URL, the video link here in the description, and I'm going to see who wins this. I'm also going to put my email address on today's video so you can contact me. If I don't hear from you until Friday, you have until Friday, and I'll just go ahead and do another random pick. All right, good luck, everyone. Thank you very much for entering, and I want to say thank you to just to all the great messages. Here we go. Adriana Diaz. And her message was, thank you. Hello, thank you for your generosity. I would like to enter the draw. Well, there we are. It's for Adriana Diaz, and I'll let you contact me in the email for information. And I'll be mailing that out, and that's great. I'm so happy. This is fun to do, giveaways like this. And I also wanted to say thank you to everyone for watching today's September. I'm just going to reach over and bring it over here. The September pages that I did today. The September pages. I mean, in the September journal, it was number 11 and 12. Today's the 13th, so I'm going to be working on that. And it's so much fun. Thank you very much. What a way to make a month go by fast. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you again. Stay adventurous and stay fresh. I'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.